Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to just show you how you can test for the existence of a certain key or value in a dictionary. So we've already seen that if we have a dictionary, and I'll just paste this in, if I try and access something that is not in the dictionary, like a key that doesn't exist, like address, we get an error. So there should be a way for us to test if instructor contains a key called address, and there is. It looks like this. In, just like we saw with lists. So we could say name in list, and it would, if it was a list, it would return true or false if the value of name was in there. But in a dictionary, it only is testing the keys. So if I try that over here, we have instructor, and we know that name is in there. So name in instructor, we get true. And if I tried for something that isn't in there, like phone in instructor, it gives false rather than throwing an error like we had up here. So we could, write a conditional statement that said if phone in instructor, print phone, else print there's no phone number. So we can add this logic that will do one thing if a given key is in there and do another if it doesn't exist. Versus if we tried to just do if instructor phone like this, I needed a colon. And then I do, print there is a phone key. Just like this, we get an error because it can't find phone. Anyway, so we could replace that with if phone in instructor, print there is a phone key. And we'll actually see a dictionary method that we could use as well to remedy this problem. So that's the basics of getting or testing for the existence of keys, but what about values? If I tried to do, let's see, for is a value, Python is a value. If I tried to test if they are in instructor right now by doing for in instructor, I get false, even though we know that for is a value in instructor, but it's only looking in the keys. So what do? We test .values. So remember that instructor or any dictionary .values returns the values. So if we just did that right now, instructor .values, and actually in the next section we'll see exactly what this data type is that is being returned. But for now, we'll just think of it as sort of like a list, even though if we test it, it won't actually say that it is a list. But anyways, I can do instructor.values like that and test if for is in there. So I can say for in instructor.values. And if I test for one of the keys like name is not in the values, it's in the keys. So, theoretically, well, not theoretically, we could do this, test in the keys, but there's no reason because the default, just like this, is already looking in the keys. Okay, so that's how in works with dictionaries. If you're looking for a key, which a lot of the time is what I'm trying to do, it's more common to test if something exists as a key, you can use in, but there's also a shortcut that we'll see in just the next video when we look at some dictionary methods. But you can use in, and if you're looking to test for the existence of a particular value, you do in instructor.values. Okay.